is day 232 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at Code Wars. Yesterday we lucked out with a relatively easy one, all things considered. The journey there was slightly traumatic. That was mostly due to my misunderstanding. But we had Thug Muffin and Topher guide us, make sure we didn't set the city on fire. I am hopeful today's is slightly more challenging for the sake of the path we're on. However, part of me also hopes today's is also fundamentally as basic and simple and easy as yesterday's. That way we can get through it without crying. But that's probably wishful thinking. I don't think we're that fortunate or lucky. Little cat, you're stepping on the keyboard. Look at you. You're covered in fur. You're lost. You've already walked back and forth like 3 or 4 times. If I could start filtering through Katas, that would be super. Look at how furry you are. You're covered in love. That's what that is. Also, you're in a high danger zone. There's a lot of stuff on the desk, and you're touching all of it. So here is all the stuff that can be knocked over, and here is all the stuff that we're using to string. No, that is your face. Oh my god. Yep, that is her itching her chin on the webcam. And now you're just blocking the monitor. Just look, go explore the bed. What's that? Is that a bed? Yeah, good. Oh, you're confused. That's alright. You'll figure it out. Sort by something or other. We are looking to sort by most completed, as well as once it filters through that. Good. And 6. She's loading, thinking about it, getting up to speed. Very cool. And lastly, fundamentals. Nice. Yeah, alright, so we did have... That was the other thing I was wondering yesterday, is if somehow I selected the wrong filters for yesterday's and picked like a really easy one, and for some reason the one we did before also met the same criteria, but now being able to verify yet again today our usual most completed, the level we're on, and fundamentals. That's the main path we've been following since level 8. And we will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. Wow, 28 issues. But it makes me concerned because it's still most completed, so it kind of makes me think that these aren't exactly, like, critical issues, devastating to the point where we can't complete it. I'm not sure. A lot of these have issues. This doesn't. Well, that's alright. Let's go ahead and dive into this one, the next one. 2,000 other people were able to get it done. Or no, what is that? 2,000 people voted. 16,000 have done... Oh, wait a second. Hold the phone. Total times JavaScript has been completed out of all Kata completions. Fascinating. We'll try this one. We'll compare this to the last Kata we were looking at. Or technically the next one. Your username is spectacular. Can't stop farting 99. Hello to you. Hopefully your evening/day is going well. We are on the midst of finding out what Kata we will be tackling here at Code Wars for our stream today. And I think we will be continuing with this one, but we just stumbled in here. SCAF, technically, SCAF dev. Most issues could also be an indicator of one that is more popular. Kind of like more popular GitHub projects can still have a lot of issues just because it's in use. Interesting. Fascinating. And you know what we meant to look at? We're able to look at the issues they submitted. I'm pretty sure it's covered in the discourse, but let's read this and then we'll read what the issues are tied to it, supposedly tied to it. From the top, you live in the city of Cartesia, pretty sure, where all roads are laid out on a perfect grid. You arrive 10 minutes too early to an appointment, so you decide to take the opportunity to go for a short walk. The city provides its citizens with a walk generating app on their phones. Every time you press the button, it sends you an array of one-letter strings representing directions to walk. NSWE, okay. That's weird. Oh, wow. I was thinking of computer games. W is in up or forward, and S is in down, so I saw the W and S, and I was like, okay, cool, up and down. And then I was looking at S and E, I was like, what the that's not A and D to go left and right. Yeah, north, south, east, and west. Wow. Okay, that's what's going on. More human directions, I suppose. Not for PC gamers only. Gotcha. My bad. So, north, south, east, west. You know it takes you 1 minute to traverse one city block. So, create a function that will return true if the walk the app gives you will take you exactly 10 minutes. You don't want to be early or late, and will, of course, return to your starting point. Return false otherwise. Interesting. Okay, so this is definitely more of a challenge than yesterday's switch case that we had to tackle. Note you will always receive a valid array containing a random assortment of direction letters north, south, east, west only. It will never give you an empty array. That's not a walk, that's standing still. My type of walk, sitting there. Although we can probably guess my physical activity based off my familiarity with the not so traditional north, south, east, west, and gauging the up, down, left, right movement controls for keyboard-based games. Let's go back 1 Kata. Or let's go back to the menu, see what the deuce all the issues were. 28 issues reported, and then we'll compare it to array diff, because that only has 2. And I don't think we've taken on a Kata that has so many issues reported before. Python issue found. Walk blank blankety blank. True should equal false according to your Kata. Objective.values is not a function. Works in every other case except this one. I've tried Node Babel, but no dice. My code works in all other test environments. I've tried Babel Node, blah, 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 blah. Passed 8, failed 1. Value is not what's expected. Well, is there any way of finding out what the hell they were expecting? Okay, so a couple super pissed customers. Spoiler. I could live with spoiler. Oh, but chances are we'd need to forfeit our ability to tackle that one. Are the tests relevant? They seem buggy, blankety blank, 6 months ago. The newest one being 3 weeks ago. Looks like it's been possibly dealt with. So, there's that. Some interesting dynamics to it. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's look at the next one down. The array.diff. The walk one does seem interesting. I'm concerned that with all the issues, my lack of ability to solve just the basic code won't be enough to figure out solving the basic code it takes to complete the Kata and factor in how to make it past any potential issues. Array diff. Let's give this one some consideration. So, your goal in this CADA is to implement an difference function. What the deuce? Probably just a difference function, which subtracts one list from another. It should remove all values from list A, which are present in list B. That seems pretty straightforward. That seems much more R speed. Array diff 1, 2. The second array is 1. It eliminates 1, returns 2. Yeah, we're doing this one. Thank God. If a value is present in B, all of its occurrences must be removed from the other. Array diff 1, a handful of 2s, and 3, a single 2. All 2s die. Everything else gets returned. Let's go with that. Okay. That is far more R speed. From the top. Super death. Okay. Wow, there's a whole lot going on down here. What is replace examples, TDD, actual expected, optional message, no JS alerts, true, something about strict and a deep equals. We don't know what any of that means. Requiring, should test for something, actual expected, blankety blankety blank. All right. That's not going to change what code we write. Now, how would I want to do that? The way gut reaction, I feel like it's the caveman solution to it. I bet there's some cool, clever, you know what? The right answer, I think, with JavaScript would be to use a regular expression. I can almost guarantee it. However, even though my spidey senses are telling me to use a regular expression because it would be basic and straightforward and clean, my initial guess or thinking is somehow use like a slice, the slice method, and then glue the two together. It's been a while since we've done a regular expression, so I feel like it would take me more time to figure out how to implement the regular expression for a cleaner solution than patching together a solution with the slice. Although if it is more difficult and a better result, that's probably a sign that it's worth the time. We'll see. We will see. Scaf dev, so easy in Ruby. Interesting. We don't, our Ruby skills are lackluster. We went through Code Academy's intro course for Ruby, which was somewhat confusing because it was mainly under construction at the time. They were updating it. I think they've actually finished updating their Ruby course, so I'll need to revisit it. It wasn't the most pleasant course to take at Code Academy, but we forced our way through the beast they had set up at the time, but I'm pretty sure they've updated it now, so. In the meantime, though, JavaScript. Yes. Forward, Stephen. Forward. We're taking in this and returning that. The whole string comes in, blah, 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 ends up in A. In slice. You know what? I don't even think slice will give us what we want. For some reason, I think slice would actually eliminate only the first occurrence of a given parameter. I think 2, if we use the method slice 2, I think it'll only get rid of one thing. And actually, no, slice is based off length, so that's total crap. My bad. Let's do regular expressions. Regular expressions, JavaScript, MDN, reg, X, D, match. replace, and search. And we can look into match. Replace. D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D. Lie-da-die-die-da-die-die. D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D. So dot match. The match method retrieves the match when matching a string against a regular expression. Regular expression object is a non-regular expression, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and that's not going to change anyone's day. Where are the examples? Using match. In the following example, match is used to find chapter, followed by one or more numeric characters, followed by the decimal point and the character 0 or more times. The regular expression includes the I flag so that the upper lowercase differences will be ignored as they should be. Chapter 3, 4, 5, and 1. C. Chapter. So the D has to do with, was it decimals? Digits? Something relating to numbers. I forget the exact definition, but that has to do with numbers. And that's the ignore. What are they telling us to ignore, though? It'll see chapter blankety blank. Super death. Not exactly as straightforward as we were hoping for. Capital letters first, then lower letters. A through E would hunt for these. A through E, capital letters. Global and ignore. Oh, and ignore a case. Very clever. So it will then return those two. A through E capital and A through E lowercase. All right, all right. Good, good. Nothing will come of nothing. Sure. Now, what we want isn't necessarily replace. Replace. Can't stop farting 99. I makes it case insensitive, I think. Yes, most definitely. You, sir, are right. Or ma'am, or robot, whatever you prefer. Defining regular expression, blankety 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 blank, global versus ignore, with replace. Apples, global ignore. Apples are round. All apples get replaced with oranges. Oranges are round and oranges are juicy. I'm wondering if we could do replace, but with an empty string. It would be B, or whatever variable we decide to implement, and then getting rid of it. Yeah, possibly. W is essentially, it's words. It's everything under the sun, so mostly everything under the sun. It is capital letters, A through Z, lowercase letters, A through Z, and then numbers 0 through 9, 1 through 9, whatever. And I'm drawing a blank on what else. I think underscore is also included that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's all other punctuation except for underscore. We can worry about that later, but it's a handy thing. So this is looking for a lot of stuff. But more importantly, John Smith, replace 2 and 1. Oh yeah, the first word with the second to Smith, comma, John. So, replacing stuff. Yeah. Alright, and here's regular expressions in general. You know what, here's properties. 1 through 9, input, last pattern, left context, flags global, ignore, blankety blankety blank. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We'll quickly run through this just for fun because we can. AB plus C. Is doing something. Character case. Aha! This is our guide. This is what we're looking to use. So, D matches any digits, and so lowercase does, that's the main action, and then the reverse is the capital letter. See, matches anything that is a digit, and then this will match anything that's not a digit. Pretty cool. Same goes for W, matches any essentially like word character, and then this will find anything that's not a word character. A through Z, and underscore. I knew I remembered part of it. The spaces. So, the one we're most interested in doing, I still feel like we could do replace and just replace the number with an empty space. That's what I'm thinking. I just hope it doesn't return 1, 2, 3, and then let's say we're hunting for 4s. I think it would be fine. You know what? Maybe it would do it anyways. 5, 6, 7. And if we're hunting for 4s, and we got rid of that, and we swap them out for a space, like so. You know what? Not even a space. It would just be empty. It would be nothingness. There would be no room for fun in here. I don't know if it's going to eliminate them, and if it keeps the empty spots, and if it's going to return undefined or error or some issue, like a big fat message that says, I hate you, Steven. That was a dumb idea. Which it's definitely sent before, if it will actually clear it out. I'm hopeful if we go to implement replace and swap out instead of a specific thing for, but drop in B with a regular expression and tell it to swap out anything that's B for nothingness, if they won't get super pissed at us. We shall see. Couple different more comments. Hey, there's some life in chat. Can't stop farting. Robot. Good. That was to my previous comment a couple minutes ago. Nice. Scaff Dev, can't stop farting question. Nah, you must be from Taco Bell marketing. Can't stop farting. Yes, I'm the taco eating robot. Oh, God, so bad with usernames. Toladar1. What's up? Can't stop farting. Hello, Toladar. God, I see we meet again. We've met before. You guys have met before. That's cool. Bringing people together. Good times. Let's do this. Let's get a regular expression on. Time to get messy. Time to get confused. This is gonna be so awful. Since we're thinking of doing replace, we should probably be looking at our replace examples. String.replace. Blankety blankety blank, comma blankety blank. Here we go. Where'd the apples and oranges one go? RE. Using global blankety blank, global replaces, so forth and such and such. Variable. So we need to set up our first variable, which is, what's it going to be called? Array stuff. God, we're awful at variable names. Just array. Just array. We can get rid of match. We can get rid of the search. So that's our current string. So that should be array, technically. Variable array equals blank. You know what? I don't think we actually need to specify a variable for it. We can just drop in a. We can just have a something or other. You know? That's going to be the whole array. There's nothing wrong with that. We do need to set up something for the expression, though. What it is on the hunt for. What will be applied to that string, or to a. We are going to be doing a.replace diff. That will be our variable. Variable diff scaff, name the variable, can't stop fart. All right, we can try. Let's do. You know what? There's no way. I'm still so early on in the learning phase that I try to find variable names that line up with exactly what it's doing. If I name it can't stop farting 99, 1, I'm gonna be chuckling to myself the whole time, and 2, I'm not gonna be able to like fully visualize what's actually happening. The best I can do is diff 99. Can't stop. This is going out to you. Diff 99 equals, and we can, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Diff 99 followed by our regular expression, which is, it's forward slashes, right? Backslashes, forward slashes. We don't need to ignore anything. And at the end, we can change it to can't stop farting 99. We can do global just because. We don't have to, but we can. And we want to be on the hunt for... Well, now this is weird. If I put in B, I think it's looking for the actual... I think it's looking for the actual character. Like if I were to do A through Z, you know, it's looking for letters A through Z in the regular expression. And if I put B, I think it's looking for letter B, not this, the parameter. So that makes me concerned. I wonder if I could do a for loop, like B I? No, that's crazy talk. That's also a terrible idea. We're going to pretend that it's B in the first place, or that this won't set the city on fire. I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll live dangerously in the meantime. Let's get rid of that. From here, we would like to do A equals diff array, variable diff array equals a dot replace followed by diff 99 is our starting point. And we're swapping it out for emptiness. God, I hope that's okay. None of this feels right. None of this feels right. This is going to end in tears and tragedy. All apples. Maybe that will be okay. I mean, you can find apples all put together, and it's not looking for A through Z in that. So that's kind of cool. So maybe we will live. Just doesn't feel like it at all right now. And then return the new diff array. Return diff array. I want to believe like X-Files, but I'm pretty sure this is just hilariously wrong. I don't even know where to look. This is just bad. Bad, Steven. Run test. Okay. Well, something happened. We've seen worse errors. Should test for something is just an example of how you can write your own TDD test. Expected something something instead got actual. Doesn't exactly help me out. Well, mega death. Oh, it's because we did diff. Not see that. I was so focused on just diff, I forgot the 99 portion. And it turned blue. See? White. Frustrated white. 2. Happy content blue. But this, we just need to find a way to put that in there. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we're doomed. And you know what? I don't think replace even depends on a regular expression. I think... Oh, bastards, it does. Maybe they're just using regular expressions as an example. I thought replace still worked without regular expressions. See? Functional stuff. Oh no, damn regular expressions. Super death. Property name dot replace. They've got their regular expression in there. Upper 2 hyphen lower. Maybe we can... I know when we go to complete this, there's going to be some cool one-line. The cool kids, the top answers, are going to have some cool one-liner that's a regular expression. There's going to be one of those stupid lambda thingies in there. This guy mocking us, doing some replace thing. Yeah, like this. It's going to be a neat little slashy thing, and there's going to be crap in here, and there's going to be a question mark for some reason, because they did a cool little ternary if-else statement. If blah something or other. Yeah, we know what we're talking about. That answer sucks. That answer's mocking us. Because I know that's the answer we need. But they know we have no idea how to get there. It's awful. Okay. Happy thoughts, Steven. Happy thoughts. We're starting... It's this portion right here. I don't even think we need it. We could just do... the regular expression of something. I don't think regular expressions can take variables. I think that's our issue. We should do everything but this. So, God, I wish we could just use B as a variable. What about cat? Does that work? No. Is it /? Let's just get rid of all integers. Shall we do that? Let's try that on for size. Replace numbers /D. This guy. That's exactly what we want. /D. Let's see if we can at least return an empty array. / anything. Well, no, that's not going to return anything. We're looking for everything that's a number. So we do want the / and we want the lowercase d. We can do plus because we want more than one number. Keep it at global. And change them all to the letter A. And run. Damn. If I had a nickel for every time I was confused, I don't know, I'd have a lot of nickels. Death. View. Developer. JavaScript console. The something is deprecated because something. Yeah, they're super pissed. They don't like anything we have to offer. Alright, who thinks we should go on a Google search binge? That's what I think. Close out of that noise. Let's track down how we can best figure out what to do. Part of me wants to figure out how I can do this without using a regular expression too. Like I should piece that nightmare together before. But we've already invested so much time into the regular expression path, I kind of want to see it through. We're going to need to pick a lane. Goal is to implement difference function which subtracts one list from another. It should remove all values from list A which are present in list B. Right, if blankety blank, if a value is present in B, all of its occurrences will be removed from the other. Let's hunt down this. Remove all elements. Site point, blankety blank. Python. Not exactly ideal, but the skills can be transferred. At least I think they can. 137 answers. Let's say I have two lists, L1 and L2. I want to perform L1 minus L2, which returns all elements of L1 not in L2. I think of a native loop approach to do this. But that is going to be really inefficient. What is the Pythonic and efficient way of doing this? As an example, if I have L1 1268 and L2, 2358, L1 minus L2 should return 1 and 6. Okay, cool. Answers. Python is a language feature called list comprehension that is perfectly suited for making this sort of thing extremely easy. Well, maybe we should have been doing it in Python. The following statement does exactly what you want and stores the result in L3. L3, x for x in L1, if x not in L2. So if I were to write that in JavaScript, I'd assume the logic would essentially be the same. This is just more of the syntax ability and how Python processes it. But essentially, blank for blank, so in B, with a for loop, yet again, for loop, so we're back to exactly what we were talking about trying to avoid earlier. X for x in L1 if x is not present in L2. L3 will contain one. I hope this helps. One way to use set minus set. Filter method. We could filter it. We could filter it. That's really interesting. What if instead of, hold the phone, function to source, there a thing called and with stuff and other things we're touching? You know what? These are also string prototypes. Oh, but regular expressions is 4 strings. Right? Pretty sure it's all string based. Which means we could convert B with something. Scaff dev. Good luck with the rest of the challenge. Sleep time. Good idea. Good call. For information, look at array prototypes, which is, I think that's exactly what we were just focusing in on now. Yes. But good pro tip. Scaff dev, we will shimmy over to array prototypes. JavaScript. Array and stuff. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. Greatly appreciated. Complete beginner's guide. Reference guides? We should just Google it. Who are we kidding? JavaScript array. Remove. It could be interesting. Let's find out what we end up with here. Splice. That's what we were using just the other day. Is splice really what we want to get rid of or use? My fish, angel, clown, mandarin, sturgeon. 20 drum. What does it get rid of? It inserts drum at 2 and gets rid of... It gets rid of nothing. Yeah. So, from here, we have our array. It's on the hunt for drum. And is this splice or slice? This is splice. So 3, and it's only removing 1, Mandarin. Okay, so we want to remove trumpet. Damn. Splice and slice. We want something. I'm trying to figure out what we could do to tie it together. I feel like we could do index of B. We could find out where the index of that number is. We could dump that number into splice and then swap it out for emptiness and just tell it to remove those. I thought there was another one instead of just index of find index. There's filter, find index, and for each index of, there's slice. I think we should be good with that. Okay. Filter does what now? Return everything? I guess we could just do that. I guess we could just tell it to filter out anything that doesn't equal B. Why the hell didn't we just do that in the beginning? Words. So that would be A. Spray, limit, elite, exuberant, destruction, blah, 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 blah. Long words. This could be diff array, which would be A dot filter function blankety blank return words that have a length less than 6 or return the value that does not equal B. I want to try that. That seems most accurate and appropriate. Filter, which is going to make me feel like an idiot for trying to do the regular expression. A filter something function value curly braces already has a semicolon at the end. Return words, no, value that does not equal B. Run. Death. Different A filter function value. Return the values that aren't equal to B. I really hope that would have worked. Maybe that one's slowing us down. Run. Super death. Filter. I want to believe it's filter. Fine index. What's another way of doing this? We do JavaScript. I guess that's it. Remove list from lists. But JavaScript. Converting a list of lists. Sorting. Removing a list of lists and more. JavaScript arrays. Remove all elements contained in another array. I like that plan. Remove a list from a list and more in Ocmal. That can't be good. No one's going to be happy with that. Lambda? No, not Lambda. That's just an arrow. My bad. My bad. I don't know why. I've got Lambda phobia because I don't know how to use it properly. JavaScript arrays. Removing all elements contained in another array. Variable. My array, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Variables to remove B, C, and G. I want to operate on my array to leave it in this state, A, D, E, F. With jQuery, I'm using grep and in array, which works well. My array, $.grep, my array function value, return $in array value to remove less than 0. Is there a pure JavaScript way of doing this without looping and splicing? See, splice is our friend. Splice is our friend. Oh, an index if we were just there. Typical. Typical. See, we are right here. Oh, find index. My bad. We had done filter. We jumped gun. Index of is down here. We were on the way there. jQuery, for lack of a better solution. MyArray equals myArray.filter function el return to remove index of el less than 0. That's super weird because I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. Oh, he's still going based off of what he recommended. So my array is list 1, A. To remove is list 2, or B, the second array. And with that said, so this is my array, or A dot filter function value, he's doing el, returns B dot index of value less than 0. It's weird. It's weird, right? I don't know what I'm looking at. Small improvement as browser support for array.includes has increased. Did we have The includes, we do have includes here. We can even read about it. What does it mean when you and your includes starts to change? Oh, look at this. The includes method determines whether an array includes a certain element. Well, what the that's way easier. All we would need is A includes. Can we do not B? Is that cool? Is that kind of like a dick move? Can we not? I'm not sure. Let's find out. The position in this array at which to begin searching for an element, negative value defaults to 0. 2, 3, 2, true, false. 3, 3, false, includes. Negative 1, I'm not sure what they're actually getting at. From index is greater than or equal to the array length. Oh god, and now we're getting tired. Not that we weren't tired before, but now we're doomed. Okay, there's a lot going on. Let's keep looking at this. So we were getting close. Small improvement. My array, which is basically A, equals A dot filter function value return what doesn't equal not B includes value. I'm just gonna believe them, but it still feels odd and weird. This is what he had originally. It looks nicer, whatever this less than 0 is. Although if you're using an array of objects, hold on, let's look at this. This should do trick. Variable my array, so that's A. Variable to remove, B. A equals A dot filter function value return to remove index of value less than 0. That's weird. So it's filtering anything from B that returned -1? Is that how it works? If it doesn't find something for index of, it returns a -1. If there's a 7 and there's no 7, you know, we had another one where we were searching by what wasn't there a couple days ago. I just don't remember what that CODA was, and I think we're better off dealing with this than trying to dig through whichever activity that was. Dig through finding that CODA. Something about something is a fantastic solution that we had earlier. Like a couple days ago, for whenever we used the minus, the index of. Yeah, we spliced something using index of, I think. I thought it was a fantastic solution. Someone recommended on what to do, per se. Called it Lambda. Who wants to bet that this is what we're going to see as like the top answer in at CODEWARS when we go to now in a one-liner flavor? Yeah, typical. Oh, well, that's gigantic. That's not going to solve anyone's problem. All right, let's go with This seems to be the common thread, the winner. I like this though, the not versus this. That is a little easier to visualize because index of, if it's less than 0. Let's give that a shot. So what would we do? We would do diff array equals a dot filter. Yeah, so variable diff array, a dot filter, function value, and then we would be returning b dot index of value is less than 1. B dot index of value is less than 0. B dot index of value less than 0. Is it just this return here, or do we need the return diff? I think we need the return diff. Okay, guys, I'm legitimately confused. It doesn't seem, I mean, I feel like we've been hit in the face with like 12 correct answers, so I don't know what could possibly be off at this point. Maybe it needs to just be A? That seems really weird. I don't know why it would be A return A, you know? That seems wrong and messy. Just generally bad practice. Array diff, function array diff, A and B. Yeah, let's put the variables back. Why would they not like that answer? The other option is not includes. I mean, we can try that, and frankly, I want to just copy it over, because if it's not going to work, I'd rather not waste the time. And if it does work, then we can modify it as needed. There's that. So let's do A, B, and comment all of this noise out. Super death. What did I do wrong? I still feel like we should have this as like an actual variable name. Like so, variable, you know, diff array, and then either return that or just have it run. That still seems mostly right, but I'm clearly missing something, and this should work. This is another option, a route with includes, but we're just off slightly. At least I hope we're off slightly. Oh, Hey. Kosi QQ? Kosi. One of those. One, welcome. And two, thank you for trying to assist. Kosi QQ. It will not work because it's called after return diff. Never mind. Oh, yeah, all that. No, I was, yeah, my bad. That was me trying to test a different solution. Which, since this didn't work, we'll end up commenting it out, but I'm not sure why it doesn't like the solution at hand. It's driving me crazy. See, this is where we're currently at, preferably. We've got variable diff array, and it's going to filter through A, function value, and it will return using, it's going to filter based off the index of B. But it's going to look for value of A, and when it doesn't find it, it will return a -1 when it doesn't find it. And so forth and such and such. And at that point, the world should be running smoothly, but that's... Maybe they want console log instead of return. Should we try console log? Let's see, console.log. This is bad. This is all bad. Super death. I got nothing. I got nothing. We're like looking at the answers and we still can't piece it together. It's just terrible. What to do? What to do? Maybe this will work. Can't use new ES5 stuff, such as filter. I think you're stuck with 2 loops. This is much more basic and brutish. So, like, what, QQ, what does it need to do? Simple terms. We've got our first list, parameter A, like so, 1 and 2. Then we've got our second parameter, our second list, B, 1, and it needs to eliminate everything in B from A, so it returns simply 2. If a value is present in B, all of its occurrences must be removed from the other. So we've got our primary array, 1, with a flock of 2s, and then a 3, and then we need to get rid of 2. That's the second parameter, so all the 2s need to die, and it should only return 1 and 3 from the first array. Ta-da! Beep-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And it seems like this should work, but I'm not sure why it doesn't. But then again, that's also been an issue we've been having for the last 232 days, so I don't expect that problem to be resolved anytime soon. We were looking into potential solutions. And now, since we've been trying and failing for, let's see, how long now? An hour and 9 minutes. Yeah, brutal. Should have only taken a few minutes to solve. But because we have an infinite capacity to suck at basically anything we attempt, it takes far longer. So now we're just kind of doing a guess and check method and pulling noise from Google to see if we can find a solution that works in general, and then we'll have to doctor it to make it legitimate. For something or other, my array would be A. Followed by to remove, which is B. My array is A. To remove is B. Splice my array A. And hope for the best, you know? Fingers crossed this doesn't set the town on fire. So, I feel like there should be a variable involved, something being returned, but generic noise, and the emptiness of space will have to work in the meantime. Run test. It's still upset. I'm beginning to question whether it's actually the logic in the code we're submitting, or if it's an actual issue with the CADA itself. 2 issues reported. Let's see what those issues are, shall we? I can't imagine all of these potential answers would be met with. Run sample test won't work. And that was 3 weeks ago. Run sample test won't work for this challenge, even though the code was okay. Final submit worked, though. Whoa. Wait a second. The run test. The run sample test, this guy, the one we've been doing, doesn't work. But when they did attempt over here, the button on the right, it supposedly did work. Attempt? Yeah, something about length. Yeah, that's a bunch of crap and noise, so I didn't think that one was going to work, but that's fascinating. Let's give that a shot. Because I'm pretty sure one of these would work. Attempt. Are you fucking kidding me? It was their run test. It was their run test. It would have worked. We've had this answer for, I don't know, 20 minutes now? Super death. Can you believe it, Kochi? Kosi? One of those QQ? Soul crushing. Who sets up the wrong run test options? Look at this. Run test met with failure. Oh, we can't click on submit final because ours is hilariously frustrating. Ridiculous. I can't. Let's all just... What's the right term? Just share in the fact that it's 1:05 a.m. right now. This is not the time to be learning or challenging oneself to code. But to run into those issues, dear God, can you believe it's 232 days of this? There's 100 and something more days of this nightmare. Oh God. It's okay. We did it. Go team. We figured it out. Let's try and copy all of this noise once more from here to here. Copy, reset. Yes, reset that. Let's get rid of this one. You know what, we can clear all of that as well and paste. Let's seal up this guy. And let's try and go with our primary answer that we wanted to run, which kicked off this goose chase of finding a legitimate answer, which means we didn't need console log. We could have just stayed with return. So ridiculous. I'm shocked we did not set the house on fire when we found that out. That it was the stupid run test button that's broken. Oh god, and hopefully there's not... Hopefully I didn't break it. I could have broken it. I should have just submit final. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Let's close all of that. We've got 87 tabs open. We just need to land this bird. Copy all. Reset the code. Let's see. Run. Oh, why does it not like... It doesn't like anything we're doing now. Oh, mega death. Network error. This was caused due to an issue processing the web request, not because of an issue executing your code. You can retry the request. Oh my god. Son of a... Well, how many people live stream setting their houses on fire? Sure, it can't be a first on Twitch, but we might see it now. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so full reset. Code Wars. Not appreciating this, Code Wars. Not cool of you. I want to send them an angry letter. Not even an email or through the contact us, but just a typed out letter. Maybe even a handwritten letter of my frustration. This is just awful. Have it delivered. Have it hand delivered via telegram style. Have someone recite it in song to them. Copy this. Let's go to the current CADA that we're struggling with. View profile. Cozy QQ 800 word essay of your angry status. Yeah, exactly. Alright. CADA. Do they have unfinished? Why do they have completed? That shouldn't be completed. It already counts as completed? Bullshit. There's no way that's true. I mean, that's a little awesome, but we didn't even do the final submit button. Okay, let's close out of this. And once more, let's try this on for size. Here we go. We're not even going to do the run test button. We're just going to do attempt. That worked. Ta-da! Our answer worked. We're going to get rid of all this excess noise. Oh my god, so frustrating. We had the answer for at least whatever time it is now, for probably close to like 30. It's been an hour and 19 minutes of sheer hell, and we've had the correct answer for like the last 35 minutes. We're gonna get a brain aneurysm from this. Whatever. At least I won't have to do another CADA. Let's see what the cool kids had to write for this. So, what did all the cool kids have to suggest for their answers? We submit our final. She's loading. The cool kids wrote... Thinking about it. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. Yep, called it. Lambda. Boom. Alright, what are we looking at? Yes, Cozy QQ. It can be a one-liner, though. Of course it can be a one-liner. I'm a moron. That's what you're not factoring in, though. I'm the guy who wants to send the 800-word telegram to Code Wars to express my thoughts and feelings of frustration. Wow, can't stop farting 99. You're still hanging in there. Hat tip to you, sir, for knuckling through the frustration and confusion that I've been spouting for the last hour and 20 minutes. That is more impressive than me solving this, is you hanging in for the whole stream. Or at least returning back after this nightmare, if you left. Cozy QQ, constant array diff equals AB lambda A filter value lambda B index of value equals -1. Not bad. This is it. Yeah, nice job, dude. Gotta work on my JavaScript, too. I just need to work on everything. This is fascinating. So what were we looking at? We were looking at function array diff. So return a filter, function x, return b of index less than 1. A filter e lambda. Not b includes e. I wish I could be that cool. One day we'll get there. But in the meantime, we've got... Where do we fall on the scheme of things? We've got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. This is kind of what we're doing. I mean, technically, they did filter and index. It's kind of a hybrid. I'm going to say we came in 5.5 place overall. Oh. Cozy QQ. It's not Lambda, though. It's fat arrow in JavaScript. Is that really what it is? Because before I was referring it to as arrow thingy, which apparently is not the technical term. I guess arrow thingy didn't sound official enough. So then someone said that it was in fact Lambda, but I guess in JavaScript I did see, I think at Code Academy is where I saw them refer to it as the fat arrow in their instructions at some point. I didn't know that was like the official name or term. I still prefer arrow thingy, to be completely honest. But Lambda works. Fat arrow is good too. Alright, well, we survived. That was like 12 notches past tragic, but holy hell, we fought through the confusion. As we have been doing for the last 230 days, 32 days, and we will continue to do so in the future. Currently, we are now 19% of the way through level 6 here at Code Wars. We are now 57,208th position. Yeah, deal with that. The next 57,207 people should be afraid. We're coming to the top slowly. You know, they don't need to be afraid like tonight, but maybe in like 7 or 8 years, however long it takes us to get through this. But we're trudging along. But that's about it for today. So good times. Day 232 ends on a fizzle and confusion after we find out that the run test button was holding us back. Be smarter than the interface, Stephen. Be smarter than the interface. That's the moral for today. We are backing out of Code Wars into OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream, to hang out, guidance, whatever you would like to call it. We had Can't Stop Farting 99, Scaff Dev, Tuladar 1. My apologies for obliterating your username. No Sock. Thank you for stopping by. And Cozy QQ, It was good times having you all, and anyone else who may have accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream. Any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 232 of the year of streaming and learning code. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.